Discover the grim truth of Guantanamo Bay Prison, Cuba, one of the world's most notorious and contentious facilities, through this documentary that gives a detailed account of prisoners and military personnel's experiences, ranging from strict routines and restrictions, claims of human rights breaches, and psychological impact of long-term detention. Join us as we go on this incredible adventure. Guantanamo Bay, established by the U.S. military on Cuba's eastern coast and open for detainees suspected of supporting terrorist acts following 9/11 attacks, has generated much debate ever since its opening due to allegations of human rights breaches and imprisonment of convicts without charges or trial being filed against them. Guantanamo Bay became part of American history during the Spanish-American War, when, following a lease arrangement between Cuba and the U.S., they established a naval facility there as part of a lease agreement between Cuba government and U.S. forces during the lease arrangement of Guantanamo Bay in 1903. For decades following this eventful history lesson was used as a military staging area and training center by U.S. troops throughout their history, especially during 1962 during Cuba Missile Crisis. Following the 9/11 attacks, America declared war against terrorism and approved imprisonment of those considered terrorists by President George Bush's administration. Due to Guantanamo Bay's location outside the country and status as an American military installation, Guantanamo Bay has become home for inmates shortly afterwards and quickly gained notoriety for its contentious confinement practices, including its controversial enhanced interrogation techniques, widely considered torture techniques by many people. Through the years, Guantanamo Bay's inmate population has fluctuated, reaching an all-time high of more than 700 in 2003 and plunging as low as under 40 today. Human rights organizations and international bodies alike have denounced Guantanamo's imprisonment of prisoners without charging or trial of allegations of abuse as well as its surrounding circumstances, this action being strongly denounced. Guantanamo Bay's prisoner treatment practices and detainee retention procedures have long been controversial since their creation. Detention without accusation or trial, in violation of both international law and basic notions of justice, remains one of the major points of contention between those holding detainees there, who lack access to an attorney, and those held there, many having spent years behind bars without ever facing charges, with some even finding eligibility for release but remained in prison there. Guantanamo Bay remains controversial due to the use of enhanced interrogation techniques like waterboarding, sleep deprivation, and extended isolation, often considered forms of torture by many individuals and human rights organizations around the world. These measures have received much condemnation. Guantanamo Bay detainee treatment has also generated much discourse, as accusations have surfaced of cruel treatment and exposure to high temperatures as well as sensory deprivation. Guantanamo Bay prisoners live under a strict set of regulations that determine every aspect of their daily lives, depending on perceived threat levels and privilege levels granted based on these restrictions and allowances, impacting daily routines in an impactful fashion. Prisoners spend up to 22 hours each day locked inside cramped quarters without exercise or entertainment opportunities, frequently searched cells, controlled communications with outside world, and under surveillance as well as limited opportunities for interaction among fellow inmates, with English being their sole language allowed for communication purposes. 3 meals are usually provided daily to convicts in prison, typically consisting of bland and nutritious food that meets nutritional needs. Muslim prisoners receive halal cuisine, while vegetarian and vegan choices may also be provided. Prisoners only have limited access to religious leaders and spiritual support. They may take part in collective prayer services and receive religious materials as needed. Military doctors offer medical care supervised by jail officials. Since Guantanamo Bay Prison opened, allegations and discussions concerning human rights breaches and how prisoners are treated at Guantanamo have persisted. Detainees have reported being subject to various forms of mistreatment at this prison, including prolonged isolation, humiliation, physical torture, and sexual exploitation. Guantanamo Bay prisoners who wish to avoid hunger strikes have also been required to consume meals by being forced through tubes inserted in their noses and stomachs. This practice has received criticism as cruel and a breach of medical ethics. Human rights groups and international civil society have repeatedly voiced concern regarding Guantanamo Bay's prison treatment of detainees since its opening. There have been repeated demands that this facility close, ending any mistreatment inmates may experience at its hands. Guantanamo Bay interrogation methods and their effects on detainees have drawn significant condemnation, sparking strong condemnations by human rights organizations worldwide.